Hey traders, welcome back to my channel. Today we are just doing some weekly setups again. I'm kind of just going to follow up from like what setups we viewed on, I believe it was Monday. And then we'll look at a few new ones as well, or at least one new one because I'm looking at USD CAD today. So looking at gold. So this gold trade, I believe when we last looked at gold, I had a triangle drawn in like this, okay? Let's see, it was probably something like that. So technically we have seen, I'm on the daily time frame right now, by the way. Technically we did see a bit of a break. So right here, we can see we have a bit of a breakout. However, we're still just getting consolidation. There was no strong break. There was no, there wasn't a whole lot of momentum. Let's just go down to the lower time frame and I'll show you what I mean. So if we go to the 4-hour time frame, our breakout would have likely been around here. Now I had this zoned in, so I had created a zone, but it still would have been around here. But then you can see at the next 4-hour candle, we had a ton of rejection. It just came right back down and we're continuing to consolidate. So how I would view this is we're just continuing on with that triangle. Let's go back to the daily because it's a bit more clean. If you look at what's happening here, this pattern just isn't finished forming. Buyers nor sellers have taken control fully yet. So we're just going to keep waiting for the breakout to happen. I think when we get a nice break to the upside, this is going to be a beautiful buy. We just really need to wait and play out to ensure that, bears don't try to take it down to this major support here. So yeah, this is just a whole lot of waiting, but what I would do is keep a close eye, keep your alerts on, because I really think this could be a nice buy opportunity there with some good risk reward. This is again where I would ride up towards, okay? So I would come right back up to that previous high at like, let's find an exact number for you. Let's say like 2052 to be safe. That's where I would take profit. Oops, move that right back. I'll write that down, 2052. Okay, that's where I would try to ride it. Now, when looking at my stop loss, I'd have to go to the 4-hour, and it's going to depend where we get a break. But normally how I'll set my stop loss is just a few pips under that actual breakout. So I'll wait for the breakout to happen on the 4-hour. I want my breakout candle to close. So let's actually draw in what it would look like. So like, let's say this guy came up, right? Closed. I need the body to close above the structure, which in a candle like this, it would have. And then my stop loss would be a few pips below that. Actual breakout candle, because I'm not entering until here, right? I'm not entering till my confirmation on the next candle. So that's going to give me a wide enough stop normally with a breakout. Plus, if we're going to come right back down into that consolidation area, I don't want to be in the trade anyway. So that's how I would enter this trade. Let's move on. Let's go back and look at EJ, because this trade did work out. So I don't know if any of you took this. I spoke about this last week. This was our major reversal area up here. And I had told you guys that I was waiting for a break below. This is actually a 4-hour zone that I'm circling. So we did get a break. So I would have entered at the breakout, but you could have certainly got back in at this retest too. So EJ is one of these pairs, that does tend to retest major zones. Okay, I didn't get in this trade. So I didn't actually take this one. But it was something I was looking at getting into, just didn't line up with other trades I had entered. But anyway, hopefully some of you, or at least one of you, got in, or you could have gotten in again at the retest. So what I would look for next, let me show you. So the next kind of area that is of interest to me, so we're actually sitting at a support right now. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm going to just draw in a little zone. So we actually are at one right now. And if we come over here, let's go to the daily actually really quick so I can get a better look at okay. So this is a really nice support that we're currently at. Price has broken it, retested it, and we're coming right back down to that area. Also, if you were to drag this over all the way, which I will do that actually, you can see that it was respected here as well. We'd obviously have to move it down a little bit, but this would be considered in the same zone. It's in the same area, okay? We could just include, let me show you. Drag down to include that wick, and then you're going to see price hit it perfectly. So with zones, I'm not overly picky about where I place them because it's just an area we're working with anyway. So what I would like to see next is a full break of this area. And again, let me start drawing. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom all the way in for you guys and show you what I'm looking for next. So this is the 200 EMA on the daily, which tells me that overall we obviously are still bullish because this could technically be a pullback, okay? However, I still would take a sell because of this guy up here. So if you watched last week's video, you know that on the weekly, this is a major reversal area. So that's kind of why I'm counter trending here, which I don't normally do. But yeah, if we get a nice break below, and I would look for it on the 4-hour, you can look on the 15-minute if you're a day trader. I need a nice long bodied candle breaking out and closing below that zone. Then you can take it down to this 200 EMA, or you could take it down to this area here because this would be our next structure. And that area is going to sit at around 120.6, let's say. So that would be my target there. So that's what I'm looking to happen. I would not take any buys yet. I would need a lot more price action in order to take buys. I'm only looking for sells, especially if this 200 EMA is broken. I'm definitely only going to be looking for sells. So that, and again, fundamentals are lining up with all of this because when we looked at the COT report last week, which I'm not going to get into today, but if you do look at the COT report, if you look at where the institutions are putting their money, they are selling the euro. Here's the website, okay? It's tradingstir.com. If you want to look up any pairs on there, gives you a really good breakdown. So we'll look at a new pair now. Let's look at the USD CAD. US Canadian dollar. Let's see if I can ever get it typed in here. There we go. Are you coming up? There we are. Okay. So the reason I'm eyeballing this one, so on the daily, we have been very bearish. We can see that. However, at this area here, so if we were to go to the higher time frames, and we might be able to see it here. Yeah. We can see that this area here is very significant. This has acted as a major reversal area quite a few times. If you were to go back even further, you would see the same thing happen. Let's go to like the weekly, because these are the things I look at when I look at structure, okay? So if we were to haul this out all the way over, we can see there that this level has been respected in the past, right? So this is a very, very significant level, especially because in recent months, it's been tested as support. So that is, very significant to me. So when we go back down to the daily, that tells me we might be shifting. We might have a trend, a change in trend direction here. Now, I'm not trying to oppose a major trend. That's definitely not what I'm trying to do here. However, these major reversal areas, you need to consider them when you're trading. So if you're very risk adverse, you can simply just stay out. You can say, nope, this is too bearish for me to get into a buy, and I have this major reversal area, I'm out. You can certainly do that. However, if you go down to the 4-hour chart, and if you're a day trader and you're looking for more opportunity, our 200 EMA, we're approaching it right now. Okay. And we're in an area of consolidation. So this could be a really nice buy opportunity. Even if it's just a short-term buy opportunity, it could be a really nice one. So what I'm doing now is simply boxing in this area of consolidation. And we can see prices consolidated within this area before as well. And I would treat this just like a zone. So I will say, I'm going to get my fancy pen out and I will wait for a breakout again. Okay, so a breakout, you want it to close. Now, for day traders, you can use the 15-minute and look for this to happen. If you're a swing trader and you want to be a bit more cautious, again, it depends on your risk tolerance, you can use the 4-hour. That's what I would do. And then I would switch to the 15 minutes. So on the 4-hour, I'd wait for this guy. I want it to actually close above that line, the body. I don't want just the wick to close, the body. And then I'm going to look for another candle, another bullish candle. And as long as my next 15-minute candle is bullish, I will enter. Okay. As long as it's not showing me too much indecision. And yeah, that is it. Pretty easy peasy. That's what I'm looking for. If you go out to, I'm going to try to zoom out again. Hold on. Hopefully I'm not zooming too much. I know I do that sometimes. I would try to ride to the next zone. Gold, you just, or not gold, USD CAD, gold as well, but USD CAD, you really want to ride zone to zone. So I'm going to ride up to this area here. I will actually try to get in this trade if I have time. So I will ride up to here and keep my stop loss tight. So my stop loss will be either below this 200 EMA or below the breakout candle, kind of whichever lines up better at the time. So that is everything. Hopefully this wasn't too long. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to do a giveaway to, I think, tomorrow or Sunday. I'm trying to decide. I'm going to give away a funded account here on YouTube. So make sure you're subscribed to me because only my subscribers are going to get in on that. So please, yeah, subscribe to my channel and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.